Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, I didn't pull out. A card flew out when I was shuffling the Lace of Destiny Oracle deck. And once I looked at the underline, it gave me such a profound understanding of the card that came out. And because the card that comes out is sort of like, you'll see it in a minute, but it begs to ask a question. And the answer was given in the underline. So I'm literally looking at an underline here that to me looks like quite a bit, like somebody who's been through a lot. And there's something happened here where you ended up in, needing to protect yourself or feeling sort of like drawn in, maybe even feeling threatened in some way, or needing to find some sort of safe harbor. Then we come up with the Force card, and then that gets us into rivalry. And it's almost like somebody is trying to force you out of this safe space. Somebody was. This is all in the past, what I'm looking at. Somebody trying to force you out of this safe space. And it's very interesting because it could have been a rival of some sort. I don't know if this is somebody that pushed some type of boundary here with you. If somebody pushed some type of boundary, if even if you needed time away, you needed time to protect yourself, or Haven could even just be some type of protection. And it's almost like a rival or somebody here forced you out of protection. It's weird though, because then you suddenly have hope in summer. You have hope in summer. So it's kind of like feeling, oh, really good. Tomorrow's going to be bright and sunny. Tomorrow's going to be bright and sunny. But then it's not. And I don't know if it has something to do with this rival energy. Like if somebody misdirected you. If somebody was involved with, well, when we see the other cards that come up, I don't know. For some of you, this could have been some sort of spiritual attack that you were going through. It could have been some sort of, I don't know, because of the rival. I don't know that it's just a dark night of the soul. It could be something that sort of triggered that. But you go into this very confusing space. That's what comes right after summer. You go into this dark maze and it's poppy. It's almost like going into a maze at night, but then somebody releases like this opium gas. And not only is it hard to see, you don't know where you are, the space feels kind of like hopeless. Like, right, it's going from hope in summer to this confusing maze of illusion and disguises, shadows, feeling lost, feeling like you're on a path that will never end. Yeah, like it's like, what the fuck? Really, this is a really what the fuck kind of energy. But look at this. The key. That was the last card in the underline. So I'm looking at these three. I feel like very significant. Like they're talking about the most present energy for you. I don't know. Maybe this could be stuff that's gone on for years for you. This could be something that has all happened in like a week maybe, or maybe it's something that's happened over a period of months. But this here, this feels like what the card that came out is talking about. It's like you found the key out of this dark, strange illusion of confusion. I don't know, right? This is the card that came out. I'm like, whoa, okay. It's my favorite card. I love the little sass. And look at her though. She has been through it. Look at how dirty that little dress is. Look at how dirty her little feet are. And she is walking. I feel like it's getting the key. It's opening the door to whatever this was. And you got out. You're out. It's literally like showing me someone who just walked out of this. I feel like literally just walked out of this. Dropped the key, you found it, you opened it up, whatever this door was. Maybe there was a door. Maybe you were put into some type of a maze. It's like, they think that the exit is very easy to find, but there's actually a door. It's closed and it's locked. And maybe that's like part of it, walking around and around and around. But the key, You found the key, and then you're walking out. And what I absolutely love here is that she's holding this sunflower. And it's like she's found the sun. She has come out of this dark period, or he. No, I want to say this is like your little sassy inner child here. This is the sass of your inner child that is walking out of a very dark period. And there's resilience here. I want to say there's a lot of resilience in this energy. And that's why you're being depicted to me like this child. This childlike figure, she looks like she's no more than like maybe 5 years old. And that, you know, little kids can be, you know, yeah, we talk about a lot of wounds that we can carry as adults that we kind of developed when we were younger, but I feel like a lot of that is actually more reactive. You know, like there's situations that we're reactive, and because we're so impressionable, that situation kind of get ingrained or imprinted on us, and we might still carry those typical reactions that we had to something that we were trying to survive through or get through. But, you know, as little kids, they just get up and they do it again, or they go again, or they maybe need a little pep talk, where, you know, a lot of times as adults, we need a psychologist for the next 10 years. It's like, right? So this is like your inner child. She's found it, and that's the key. It's like the sunflower. It's like she's holding the key, or that was the prize at the end, because I feel like the key's been left behind. You don't need that. You don't need it. It served its purpose. You're not taking that with you, because that key is associated with getting out of this. And once you get out of it, you don't want to think about it again. You don't want to go back there. You have the sunflower in your hand, and it's almost like show it to whatever. I almost feel like that in this, sorry, the cards are sticking a little bit. In this dynamic, this situation or cycle that you were in, I feel like there's all sorts of little crazy little ghouls and stuff that are inside there. And this is almost like you're showing them, walking away. I ain't coming back, sweetheart. Coming back, sweetheart. Yeah, that's like your energy. I'm looking at this going, this is so cool. This is really, really a cool energy. And you're walking out of that, baby. It's almost like you're walking, I don't know if you're walking, I feel it's a bit like she's walking towards the sunset. You know, like it's a level of completion here. Something is finished for you. And it's okay to walk into the sunset, because she's walking freely down an open path towards as the sun sets on this. She is not, or he or you are not in this space facing another sunset. So that takes me to the tarot. So it's time for tarot. So before we get into the walking away, because I feel like, honestly, well, it's leaving. It's leaving the maze. We'll say walking away. It is called leaving. Leaving this. I really want to look at these 3 cards, because I feel like this is so much of the reading. So the maze. How did you enter this maze? How did you get in here? How did you get into the maze in the first place? The Ace of Wands. Well, that's interesting. Maybe it seemed like a good idea at the time. Might have seemed like a good idea at the time. I am getting something here that there might have been some sort of spell work done on you. It's weird with this force and rivalry. How did you get into? You may not have even ended up there of your own free will in some way, which of course means you are eventually going to get out of it, because you can't be forced into anything outside of your own free will. I don't know if there's some sort of destiny swap thing going on here with force and rivalry as well. That's how you got in there. Okay. What was in there? You transforming. Holy crap. The Death card. You transforming. Maybe there was loss here in your life, feeling loss. You were completely torn down in that maze. Now, as much as if this is something that was caused by an outside source in some way here, or this was just, I need to go in here and I need to do this. Like it could have been that, right? Coming from you as well. I need to go in here and I need to do this. And it is some type of just absolutely profound alchemy that took place for you in that maze. the death and rebirth of you were in that maze. And what, right, as I love this, leaving it, and what did I say? She looks like she's like 5 years old. She's very resilient. Her inner child has come out of it very whole and strong. And she got that walk, like, you know, I know my value, honey. Like, she's so cute. I love that. You do. Okay, so then the poppy. The poppy is almost like putting someone in the maze and then filling it with like some type of like gas or something that causes even more illusion while there's a point of deep confusion here. Jeez Louise, the Three of Swords. The illusion of heartache. It's almost like something that took you in there to make you feel sad, to make you believe that things were lost, to feel and experience loss. Look at all the keys on the table. How crazy is that, right? All of the keys on the table. It's almost like none of these keys open any doors. None of these keys are opening any doors. This is also really interesting. I don't know if you're moving or you've moved, right? Like this is for sale. And then there's a big moving truck here. The illusion of loss. And maybe there's like physical things happening to you here and you were losing these things, and any attachment or sense of identity you had to those things was all part of what like kind of broke you down here. This is crazy powerful energy. I mean, this is, I don't know, I'm trying to think like what I've never seen. I mean, I've kind of seen like energy like this on the table, but I've never seen it play out like this, where the key is the next card and you're out of here, honey. I'm out of here, sweetheart. I'm out of here. Going. Okay. So the poppy was confusion between heart and mind. Sorrow. These keys aren't opening anything. Or, you know what, too? It's like, it's having keys and you don't even know, what are these keys for? I don't even have that place anymore. Or I don't own that car anymore. Or, yeah. They're like useless keys. So what is this key that you found? Or that you used? You used the right key in the right place. I like that it's a master number too. 33. You used the right key in the right place. You had your spiritual enlightenment. The Hanged Man. Wow. How interesting. How interesting. The key was changing your perspective. The key was to almost like to stop running through the maze. Is this almost as if, like, it's, as I'm saying this story here, I look at it like the sun rises, the sun sets, the sun rises, the sun sets. But it's almost like when you walk into the maze, maybe this is the rising. Oh, I like just even saying that this is the rising. It's just because of the glow here in the sky reminds me of a bit like, it is the rising. Yeah, it is the rising. Because this is like the sun setting. The sun, right? And it's setting here. The sun sets here. That feels like a set for sure, like a death, an ending. The sun is setting as you walk into this maze. And it's almost like being in that darkness, right? And it's not, it's, oh my gosh, like even thinking of Pluto, like your sign, right? Your planet. A rotation of Pluto isn't like, you know, like a 24-hour period for us here on Earth is a full day, where like, how long is Pluto? So one day on Pluto is the equivalent of like almost 6.5 Earth days. So it does. It feels like just being in this space. But I don't know if that's just days. Maybe. Maybe. It feels like just a lot to have gone through in a day. But you are Scorpio. So give me more here on the Hanged Man. Oh my God, look at that. I love it. Like pushing through. The Two of Wands. It's even like kind of finding your own magic again. There's, I don't know, there's something, there's a some sort of subtle, it's not the strong, it's definitely not, and it's not the theme of this reading. That, I don't know, there could have been some sort of spell work or something like that here. Because this just feels like finding the strength to tap into your own magic, right? Like tapping into your own magic. And there's a new beginning. That's like picking up the key. I feel like picking up the rock is a symbol of throwing and breaking something that you were in. And maybe that was it. Maybe there weren't any keys. Maybe the keys, like, in terms of whatever you've been through here, the key just represents, you know, oh yeah, well, everyone associates keys with getting out of places and opening places. And so we're just going to leave all these keys around. We're going to leave all these keys around here for Scorpio in this maze of fog and illusion. And they're going to just think that, you know, they're going to spend all their time on these keys and they're not going to work. There was never a fucking key in the first place. The keys were not the answer. The keys were like a distraction. There's something here. I don't know. I really feel like something was pulling you away from your own magic. I feel like somebody might have been tapping into your magic. And this is like picking up the rock, like breaking. It's almost like throwing it at a glass house. And that's all it was. Was it a glass house? Was this maze and the poppy, was it just nothing more than a glass house? And you could have picked up any stone at any time. But it's almost like something here convinced you that you needed a special key to get out. And you were leaving that. Leaving. She leaving. You are leaving. Shit. Are you ever? See, the cup is broken. I feel like this tower. No, you know, the more I try not to like make too much of it, because it didn't initially feel like it was a heavy part of this reading. This is almost like, right, like you broke out. You broke out of something. And whoever didn't want you to break out of something is just like maybe red with anger or upset. But once you're out, you're out. You're out. You're walking on this free path towards the sunrise. We're going to call it a rise. Definitely she's walking towards the sunrise. You're walking. You're also leaving the tower. So that is the breakdown, right? The tower is everything is broken down. And what was inside the maze, you being broken down. You are leaving the tower. You've pulled out of the rubble. You've dusted your little dress off. The King of Swords. The Eight of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. What the fuck is with these candles? I don't know. I feel like somebody did some type of weird candle magic on you. That's what that feels like. It's weird. Like the tower, as I said, it almost feels like some sort of energy that's been, I don't know, keeping you trying to, some sort of energy that's been trying to do something to, now, I don't know, this may not be, although, you know, I'm always surprised. Or like when I do pick up readings like this and how many people actually like out there are experiencing or have experienced some type of weird like spell magic put against them, or yeah, like I think this goes beyond just sort of some sort of evil eye here. There's something really weird here. I might look into this rivalry to get an idea what that was about. But this is almost feeling like, okay, this is somebody who thought they had a projection here of where things were going, and then they don't. They have no idea. No idea anymore with the Eight of Swords, where things, it's almost like needing to light new candles. I'm not kidding. I feel like that there was some sort of, I don't know, if somebody's trying to destiny swap with you, or someone was just trying to take your magic. Somebody's trying to take your magic. Where you're walking towards the sunrise. You're leaving this tower. And you're walking towards the sunrise. Now, fuck me. Fool, I told you, it's a fresh path. You could not get a stronger confirmation than that. This is a fresh path. There's something that is left behind here. It has no control over you, has no access to you. Whatever this is, it's done. And you are free. You are absolutely 100% free, Scorpio. You hold your little sunflower, honey. Hold your little sunflower. And you let them see, look how good you look walking away. Walking away. And you are walking towards your fresh path. You are on. You are not walking towards it. You are on it. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of negativity, or if you dealt with someone in the past here who was doing some sort of like spell work on you. It's almost like if you're already saying, you know, Cindy, I've been feeling pretty good about the path that I've been on. Things have gone really, really well here. It's good. It's good. Well, this is almost like a confirmation to tell you why. Well, not that you didn't. You did it, though. It's not that, like, I don't know. There's something really weird here. Let's look at this. Oh, no, maybe there's a bull. Could be a Taurus for some of you. I'm trying to think if there's any association with wolves or dogs. Maybe that means something. Force. A situation of force was in the past here. The Five of Cups. Fuck. So that's weird. It's almost like somebody trying to force you to be sad. Somebody to force you to feel sad. Rivalry. But right, because what's the poppy? It's this Three of Swords. Somebody was fucking around with you. And you just told them to fuck themselves and walked away. Just tell you, like you really did. Rivalry. And this could be, so as a rivalry, it could be somebody here who works in the same field as you. It could be somebody here who gardens, doesn't like how good your garden looks. It could be somebody here who maybe you and this person had a similar romantic interest. It could be like, yeah, right? In so many different ways rivalry could come through. What is this rivalry? What was this rivalry? The Five of Wands. Competition. It's like a competitor. Somebody was competing with you. How crazy is this, huh? Yeah. Wow. Knight of Swords. Two of Cups. The Moon. The Knight of Pentacles. The Hierophant. And the Four of Swords. It could be somebody who tried to befriend you really quickly. It could be somebody, there was some sort of befriending energy. I say really quickly, like, I'm kind of being shown a couple of different scenarios where actually the one that I'm really being shown here is this is not someone who befriended you quickly initially. This is almost like the energy of someone who was perhaps even focused on somebody else. This is a really weird energy. Like, this is giving me, right? And it's almost like it's maybe even masked a bit. Because sometimes when I pick up, you know, there's been some sort of like weird, I don't know, dark magic or spiritual shit going on around you or against you. It feels like really obvious and upfront, where this didn't initially. And it's the more like the reading progresses, the more it shows itself quite obviously. So I want to say it's okay. It's for me, it's feeling like someone who was maybe not paying much interest or attention to you initially. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this person was doing something on someone else. And that probably ended. I mean, it's really stupid. Why would anybody do this? I mean, it's only going to get short gains, but I would imagine that the losses could be pretty big. The karma is massive. It could be someone who's dug a very deep karmic pit, and at this point, the idea of coming out of that on their own is just too monumental. But so it's almost like someone to me that suddenly showed an interest in you. But then that takes you right into the moon. It's a long-term plan of the moon. Long-term plan of the moon. The Hierophant and the Four of Swords. I'm just getting, it's really funny. I'm seeing like this person who looks really old. No, they're becoming that. It's just the oddest thing. Like somebody who looks really, really old. Is there someone around you who seems like they've aged dramatically in a very short period of time? That's sort of like in conjunction with what I'm talking about here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a big old witch. No idea. I'm going to go do your extended, Scorpio. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what immunity has your inner child gained in all of this? So I say immunity because I'm seeing, like in my mind's eye, the immunity card in the Return of Spirit Oracle deck. And it does talk about, like, literally, there's things that you're going through and you will never go through them again because you are building up an immunity here. So in future lifetimes, in future experiences in front of you, you will not deal with whatever that was. So I want to see what the specific immunity is that your inner child has gained. I'm also going to ask, where does this new path take you? And there are two options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Scorpios. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.